Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grandma Hershey Cooks. I'm Grandma Hershey, spelled with the U and not an E. So don't get it twisted. I want to thank everyone who's watching this show today, and especially to those who are here in the room with me. This is a live show that comes on every Tuesday. So, anyway, I want to tell you about the types of recipes that Grandma Hershey makes, and they are recipes that are geared towards diabetics, people on high blood pressure, with high blood pressure. Sorry, not on it. With high blood pressure. This is live, so you get your bloopers now. Anywho, these recipes are also geared for people who can't tolerate gluten. I have recipes for those who are allergic to nuts. And I have the recipes also are for those who have high cholesterol. And so I just like to cover as many people as I can with the recipes that I'll say the Lord has given me. Because within 3 years, I went from having 57 recipes to over 300 recipes. So I know they just didn't come up in my head from nothing. Okay. So anyway, and also I have recipes for pescatarians, for vegetarians, and for those on a Daniel fast. So if you need a specific type of recipe before I make it on the show, just go to grandmahursheycooks@gmail.com and let me know what you need. And I'll see what I can whip up for you. Okay. And also, I'm also looking for what types of recipes that you would like for me to make for these shows. Okay. Today is my 11th show. All right. So as I go along, I would like to hear from you guys so that I can make recipes geared towards you. Okay. But I can tell you now, once a month, we will have a cheesecake of the month. This month, it was pineapple cheesecake bars. Delicious. Melt in your mouth. Okay. And next month, now this will be my first time making it, so we're going to be experiencing this together. Next month, cheesecake is strawberry. And I'm not talking about a New York cheesecake with strawberries on top. I'm talking about real strawberry cheesecake. Okay. So that's going to be the one for April. Woohoo. So, and I'm pretty sure it's going to come out just lovely. All right. And then the cookie of the month for this month is what we're making today: white chocolate chip with toffee and pecans. And if you need a different version because of nut allergies, hit me up. Not hit me, but hit me up because you might get hit back. Okay. Anywho, and then so tell me what kind of cookies you want for next month. All right. So today is going to be white chocolate chip cookies with toffee and pecans. And they are gluten-free, low sugar, and low carb. And I looked up 3 other recipes that have chocolate chip cookies, and everything that my macronutrients was less than theirs. So I feel very confident and happy that these cookies are a healthier version of the norm, and they taste just as good, if not better. Oh, I love. So, anywho, first thing you need to do is click that thumbs up button. Okay, let me know you like what you see. Click the thumbs up button and then go to subscribe. And if you don't see the black bell, click it again and get to that black bell. That way, every time this show come on, you will get a notice that it's coming on. All right. And then send me your email address. I will send you an email the night before letting you know what's going to be on the show for that Tuesday. All right. So anyway, so this style of eating that I have started doing, because it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change. And it has helped me. I've been doing it for 3 years. I was getting ready to be on 4 medications. And thanks to the new lifestyle, I didn't have to. I'm not on any. Okay. So that's a nice thing. So anywho, I avoided 4 medications. My A1C went from 8.7 to 5.3. My blood pressure went from the 160s to the 120s, and my cholesterol came down, and everything is lovely. And Grandma Hershey, remember I told you Grandma Hershey was going to start getting rid of some of these pounds. Well, I really haven't done anything because I haven't had time. But for some reason, 4 pounds have walked away. I'm going to tell you like my mom used to tell my daddy, can you tell I lost some weight, Jane? And then like a good husband he would always say, yes, what do you say? Yes, dear. No, wait a minute. No, yes, babe. Let me get it right. I don't want to lie on my daddy. He would say, yes, babe. Sometimes he'd be playing cards, sometimes he wouldn't be. And he'd just say, yes, babe. So I'm telling all you men now, if your woman asks you if she looked like she lost weight, your answer is always yes. That'll keep you from going to the doghouse. Okay? Just trying to help a brother out. All right. So today's subject that we're going to do, we're going to talk about the difference between wet ingredients and dry ingredients. Okay? Because people who haven't done recipes before, they'll be like, what's a wet ingredient? What's a dry ingredient? We're going to talk about that as we do this show. All right. So, but I want to give a shout out to James Hardaway. He asked me for 2 recipes. And see, I love it when people want to make my recipes. Okay. I will give you a shout out too if you ask me for a recipe. All right. So I want to make that shout out. But my biggest shout out, I just got this news 5 minutes ago. I have a new great grandbaby. To get down there, Grandma Hershey got to get and go see her great grandbaby. Okay, so I have a new great grandbaby as of today. Shout out to my grandson and granddaughter Stephen and Mary Ann William, and my new baby. Okay, now let's get started here. Okay, so the healthy highlights for these cookies: 1 cookie is 87.2 calories, 101.6 milligrams of sodium, 5.7 carbs, and 4.3 grams of sugar. And that is better than your regular sugar. Your regular cookies. Okay? So, hey. Now, let's get started and make this recipe because time is of the essence around here. Okay? And Grandma Hershey don't want to keep you all day. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 1.5 cup of almond flour. That's this right here. And we're going to put it into this bowl. And I don't know if you noticed from all the other shows that my elves bought me a clear bowl. Thank you, elves. That way you can see it while I'm doing what I'm doing because it's kind of weird not to be able to see what's going on inside, right? Okay. So now the second thing we're going to put is the rest of our dry ingredients. So the dry ingredients is the flour, it's your sugar, it's your baking powder, baking soda, salt. Those things are what they consider as dry ingredients. So when you see a recipe and it says to add all the dry ingredients, that is what you're looking for on that recipe list to put in. So what we have here is we have 1/4 cup of erythritol, or whatever sweetener substitute you want to use. And we have 1/4 cup of sugar because I'm still chicken to try 100% sweetener. That's just me, but hey, it's working out, so I'm happy. And then we have 1/4 teaspoon of Mediterranean sea salt, way less sodium than your regular salt. There's 1 teaspoon of baking powder in here as well. Now I put the recipe on the description box so you can get it from there. Take a picture, whatever way you can get that off of there is fine, and make this recipe. I'm telling you, you're going to be happy. All right, so we're going to add the rest of the dry ingredients to the almond flour. Okay, we're going to stir that in and mix it. Oh, and I do have 3/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum because with gluten-free recipes, you need a binder, and that is your binder, xanthan gum. Okay, it's on the list. You'll find it. And if you want to know where to get it, the cheapest place is online. And I usually go through Amazon, but you, wherever your cheapest place is, that's what you go. Okay, so let's stir this up because our time will be up before you know it. You know how time flies when you're having fun, and I'm having fun. I am having a blast. All right, so it's nice and stirred. See how blended that is? Everything's blended together. Now, you're going to take your wet ingredients. That's your eggs, that's your butter, margarine, whatever you're using. That is your milk. Oh, excuse Grandma Hershey. Oh, she forgot to take the milk out. Okay, hold on now. Don't go nowhere. All right, this is live. It's blooper, blooper, blooper. Oh my God, I got to get my milk. Oh, I'm back. All right, did you miss me? I missed you. Okay, we got to. Grandma Hershey normally has it out, but that baby just excited me. Okay, give Grandma Hershey a break. All right, so your dry ingredients, like I said. So in here, our wet ingredients. Our wet ingredients is 1/4 cup of vanilla almond milk. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, 1/4 cup vanilla almond milk. We're going to pour that into the dry ingredients. Then we've got 2 eggs, 2 large eggs, and you want them to sit out at room temperature, okay? Woohoo. That's really been sitting out at room temperature. Ooh, that's real nice because you want it to blend in very well, all right? That is very nice. Okay. Then we have 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. That's what I use this time. And whatever baking oil that you like to use for cookies and cakes, that's what you use. Because there's all this controversy out there saying that vegetable oil is not good. Corn oil is not good. Canola, all this stuff is not good. Well, I'm not putting olive oil into my cookies. So if you know a better oil substitute that I can use for my cookies that's going to taste good, not be high in saturated fat, and not be high in sodium, then let me know and I will try it out. I promise I will. Okay. So, but right now, today, we have 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. That's going to go in here. Then we have 1 stick of my favorite margarine, Imperial. I have not bought that butter yet, but I'm going to soon as the price go down. So I can mix, because my beautiful sister suggested that I use half of unsalted butter and half margarine. That way it will be kind of a good blend of everything, because butter is high in saturated fat. And it did bring the numbers down to mix them together when I did the calculation. But I'm going to get that butter soon. But right now we're still using Imperial margarine, okay? And it's 1 stick, which equals to 8 tablespoons, all right? So we're going to stick that in there. And it is soft to room temperature as well, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to stir all of that in, blend it in together into the dry ingredients until it's very smooth. Okay. And if you notice, I'm not using a blender because you don't have to. If your margarine is softened already, then you don't have to use a blender for this. And that way you won't have a mess everywhere. And also that makes it kid friendly, because they may want to make some cookies. And if you don't feel like making them, maybe the kid would like to make them. Okay. Usually I use a wooden spoon, but today Grandma Hershey was trying to be cute and use this spatula. Stick to the wooden spoon. It works faster. Because time is of the essence around here. Okay, but it's working. It's working. It's all blending in. It's blending in. Okay. It's almost there. It's almost, oh, it looks so good and creamy. That's what you want. It's nice and creamy. But this is not a hard cookie dough like a lot of cookie doughs, because it's a soft cookie. So if you don't have any teeth, you can still eat these cookies as long as you leave the nuts out. Okay, so see how it all blended? And we didn't even have to use a beater. Okay, who needs all that noise? All right, so now what we're going to do, oh, I forgot to tell you about the oven. Grandma Hershey did preheat her oven. You want to preheat your oven to 350. That's step number 2, because step number 1 is washing your hands. All right, wash your nasty hands. And then step number 3 is going to be to get some parchment paper. That's another lesson you'll learn about today. It's parchment paper. All right. I bought this at Aldi's, and it's good parchment paper. I don't like CVS brand. Sorry, CVS, but I don't like your parchment paper. But Reynolds Wrap and this Aldi's brand I have found to be the best for me when I'm making cookies. Okay. But you need parchment paper, not wax paper. I thought wax paper was the same until I learned different, because wax paper cannot take as much heat as parchment paper. So you may end up with some burnt wax paper and maybe start the stove on fire. So you don't want that. Get you some parchment paper. All right. And so, like I said, I got this from Aldi's and it works very well. Okay. I want to set this to the side. Let me stop acting silly. I'm just excited for the new baby. All right. So now, we are done. We got to put our last step in is, so I have 1/3 cup of white chocolate baking chips. Then I have 1/3 cup of the toffee baking chips, which is made by Heath. Remember the candy bar, the Heath candy bar? That's what the toffee chips are. And then I have 3/4 cup of pecans, chopped pecans. All right. And I did put them all in one bowl. Okay. So we're going to put all that in. Woo, look at all that. Woo. And we're going to stir that into our cookie dough. And and I want to tell you, this cookie dough, it freezes very well. So you can make it in advance and put it in containers by the dozen, like scoop out 12 tablespoons and you got 1 dozen cookie dough, and you can separate it like that. And I mean, it really, really freezes well. The longest I got a chance to freeze cookie dough up to was 2 weeks, because somebody wanted me to make some. So, but it freezes well. It come out like that cookie dough in those containers that the school be selling. I don't know if they still do, but they used to. But anyway, so you want to get that all stirred in really well. And then it's gonna look like this. Can you see those chocolate chips? And the toffee chips practically disappear, but they're in there. And the pecans. So now you have your cookie dough. And if you're not ready to use it today, then freeze it. Use it another time, because they freeze very well. Okay, so now we got that. Grandma Hershey was leaving out the best part. That's the fun part. That's the pecans and the baking chips. All righty. Okay, so now usually I take a tablespoon, the measuring tablespoon, but I found out that I had a cookie scooper, and this is about a tablespoon. So we're going to scoop 1 tablespoon of cookie dough. We're going to put it on top of the parchment paper. Okay. Let's get another one. We're not going to do all of them right now. I'm going to put it on this end so you can see it better, because time is of the essence. But this batch will give you 36 cookies. I know, because my Lord have mercy, my elves tried it out last night and they told me it made 36 cookies. Okay, so you're going to get 3 dozens out of this. Because if you remember when I introduced the almond flour, that I told you, don't worry about the price if you get it online. It's not that expensive that way. And you're going to be using everything I gave you on that first show with the pantry list. Go back to that first show. And you're going to get that pantry list of things that you need all the time. That way, whenever you feel like making some cookies or some cornbread, you have your ingredients in stock. Okay, Grandma Hershey ain't gonna lie to you now. Nope. So anyway, you're gonna put the tablespoon of cookie dough, and usually you get about 5 in a row, because I got this big pan that makes 3 dozens of cookies in one whack. Okay. And I got that at Ross, but you can find it at almost any store. But Ross have really good prices and stuff like that. So then what you're going to do, because they're in a ball, you're going to just slightly press it down halfway. Okay, because xanthan gum is a binder, and so it doesn't allow food to spread as well. So you want to like just barely flatten it halfway and it looks like a cookie. Okay, so being that time is of the essence, we're going to stop right there. And you will bake these cookies on 350 degrees for 25 minutes. Now, if you smell them before 25 minutes, you're going to check them because they're probably done or right at it. You want the edges to be a nice brown. Then you know they're ready. And then once they're done, you are going to put them on a baking rack to cool for 5 minutes, the whole pan. And then once 5 minutes is up, then you can take the cookies off and put them on the baking rack to finish cooling off, because gluten-free cookies are pretty fragile. Okay, and I had to learn this when I was going through all these cookies that I had to make and throw away. Okay, because my raisin oatmeal cookies turned out to be granola, but Grandma Hershey got it figured out. Okay, because I got that recipe coming for you. You're going to love it. Okay, I promise you. So what my kitchen elves did for me, they made a batch last night, and they just want you to see what they look like when they're done. See these beautiful cookies? Grandma Hershey gonna taste one for you. So you see that melted toffee right there. And then, oh, I see a part with some pecan. We're gonna break this cookie. Can you see how delicious this cookie looks? Grandma Hershey gonna taste it for you. Make sure it's not pausing. I'm telling you want to make this recipe. Oh, I feel it inside. It tastes so good. It feels so good too. Okay, so, what I need you to do is give that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and then share it. Share this recipe with your friends, share it with your enemies, share it with your family, share it with everybody you know, because everybody got to eat. So next week recipe, salmon croquettes. Woohoo! We're going to get down next week, okay? Next Tuesday at 5:30 Central Time is Salmon Croquette Day. Hi. Looking forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, Grandma Hershey going to finish off this cookie. You have a great and awesome rest of your week. I love you. And thanks for coming.